This is so magical.
If you have enough conversations about mountain biking, the term North Shore is bound to come up. Usually it'll be in reference to a type of trail or trail feature. But what exactly is meant when something is referred to as North Shore? The most dramatic examples of North Shore trails can be found where they originated. The North Shore of Vancouver. When it's not raining cats and dogs here, it's raining pine needles. Flat areas inevitably become swamps, and steep spots erode as water and soft topsoil make their way down the mountainside. In order to build bike trails in Vancouver, builders needed to invent new techniques. Today, Brian and I will see that firsthand, during very rare dry weather.
So Brian says Fromme, Jordan says Fromme. I'm gonna try and like blend them like Fromme or like Fromme.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're riding Mount Fromme, which is home to an iconic North Shore trail system only minutes from downtown.
Oh yeah. I can tell I'm gonna like this. This will get your blood pumping.
That warm-up on bobsled would be our last taste of flow for the day. Little did we know we were about to encounter some of the techiest tech we've ever teched.
A little wet.
The bike I rode for the trip was a Mission Pro, which is a pretty big all-mountain bike. Still, it's smaller and nimbler than the downhill bikes ridden by our companions. With this slight advantage, I blazed the trail for most of the day, and got to ride all these crazy features blind.
Whoa! Oh, you're down. Yeah, do it. Yes, Brian. I fell off the bike right there after I got down. I want to do that again. All right, so I hiked back up so I can redo this. I missed this skinny and I didn't really clean the rock roller. So here goes. The tree's pretty close. What the hell happened? Sorry, man. Did I screw your bike up?
You lost your gimbal.
Did I?
Yeah, it's by Brian's front.
Oh, I see it.
I lost your gimbal. Oh, shit. Grab it by the bottom part.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh,
Looks good. Oh, guys, that was dumb.
shoot, I think it's broken, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, it's broken.
Do you have any other?
No.
That sucks. No. Do you have any other hooks? Hopefully.
Yeah, I came out completely unscathed. Like, luckily.
Up in Whistler, we rode features like these on a river runs through it.
And then wide turn.
All the ladders, bridges, and log rides make the place look more like an Andorian Ewok village than a mountain bike trail.
Awesome wooden features.
Much of what you see here was built totally out of necessity to make the terrain traversable, but not all of it. After all, these are mountain bikers we're talking about.
So a sharp turn around here, and then a skinny line that's way up in the air. Come down here. Another skinny line, tree close by.
Drop it.
Oh.
Although we didn't meet any of the builders there, it was easy to get a sense of their personalities by looking at the stuff they built.
So much rock work.
Where wooden features aren't necessary, you'll find mind-numbingly extensive rock work, akin to a double black roubaix winding its way through the forest. I can't imagine the amount of back-breaking labor it took to move and position all these in place. It may seem like overkill for bike tires, but it's probably the forest that will put the biggest hurting on these surfaces. Sometimes the most sensible route involves circumventing the terrain entirely.
It's actually a beautiful seesaw.
Yes.
Oh.
I love this place.
I love it a lot too. It's so sick. Like that teeter tower just came out of nowhere.
It's really well built, like it goes down so quick, and it's like built like, it's not even like they went to Home Depot and got like hinges and stuff. It's just they took a log and like some rope, and they still built it so well.
Yeah, like all the wooden stuff is solid, which is so nice.
It's like Ewoks built it.
If you plan on riding the double blacks at Fromme, I'd suggest dismounting a few times in your first run. There's no shame in scoping this stuff out before riding it.
I gotta go back and film that.
Look at this.
Coming up to this one. Ooh, I gotta hit this skinny. Not that skinny, but still, you gotta hit it. Oh, yo, look at this road gap. Wes and Jordan are going to see if they can gap this. This is such a gnarly run up.
That's what I call free.
And then it's like barely a lip over here. It just kind of like comes out. And you kind of pop off of that rock. Diagonal all the way down there.
Okay.
Yeah! No!
No, I can't do it. Okay.
Yeah! Yes!
The boost master.
Oh.
I don't think I'm gonna do this.
As we made our way down the mountain, the trails got worse, in a really good way.
Sorry. You really got to get speed for this. There's no way that the camera can do justice to how steep this is. This is so magical.
If you're watching this video saying, "Oh, that doesn't look so bad," I encourage you to visit Fromme. Seeing this stuff in 3D is pretty humbling.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some of those things, just, we lived, man.
We lived through it. Some of that was so steep and it was right at the edge, like.
And then straight corners, I was like, okay, I gotta adjust my bike for this.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Big switch. The water feels incredible.
So I didn't realize how close we were to the bottom. But yeah, we're here. We're back at the trailhead, and we're alive. This is going to be a very delicate procedure to dislodge this without just totally demolishing everything. So,
As someone who lives for super technical trails, I think Fromme may have been one of the funnest places I've ever ridden in my life. I had a flight to catch after our ride, so we grabbed some food and said our goodbyes. Brian and I got to ride Seattle, Bellingham, Whistler, and Vancouver, but still didn't scratch the surface of the Pacific Northwest. For any mountain biker with the resources to travel, this region is worth an annual visit. It lives up to the hype, even if you never touch a lift. The totally unique trails, amazing wood and rock work, technical difficulty, and cool summertime weather are all reasons to venture to the Promised Land. How about you guys? How many of you visited the PNW? And how many of you are lucky enough to live there? Have you ridden the North Shore? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.